Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all safe and healthy. So today I'm back at the luxury drive showroom to take a look at the all new 2023 model of the BMW M5 Competition. In this video I'll let you know everything about the car, from its exterior design and the interior design and the changes that BMW have done for the 23 model year. And at the end of the video I'll let you know if you should currently go ahead and buy the 2023 BMW M5 or you should wait for the next generation of the BMW M5. So do stick till the end. So before I go ahead and take a look at the car, I just wanted to give a big thanks to Luxury Drive for allowing me to come here and make the video with the BMW M5. It has been my favorite since quite a long time. So as a thank you, I want you guys to go ahead and follow them on their Instagram page. The link will be in the description below. And if you're watching this video from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, I'll be leaving the location link to their showroom down in the description as well. So you can come ahead and take a look at their collection. They do have a really nice collection and they have pretty exclusive cars as well. So do come here and check it out. And if you're watching my videos for the first time, guys, do leave a like and do subscribe to the channel as well. And do turn on your bell notification so that you'll be the first ones to know when I upload new videos. And let's take a look at the M5 now. Alright guys, so here it is, the 2023 BMW M5 Competition, finished off in a nice black metallic. I don't know the exact name of the paint, but it is black, as you can see. But out of all the colors or the paint options that BMW provide for the BMW M5, my favorite is the Tanzanite blue metallic. It's a BMW individual option, but I really like that color because in some shades it looks almost black, but when the sunlight shines on it, it looks it has a really nice blue color, and I really like that one. There was another color, I think it was, I don't exactly know the name. I'll just put up the name and the photo of that color. It's almost like an orange, metallic orange. It does look really good, but for 2023 I think BMW discontinued that color because I couldn't find it on any configurator. So let's talk about the changes for the 23 model year that BMW have done. So the engine and the performance, all the mechanical bits remain the same, but what they have done is that before you used to get the BMW M5 and the M5 Competition as separate models, but from the 23 model year BMW have added the competition the M5 Competition as an extra optional package. So when you go to buy the M5, you get the base M5 as it is, and then if you go on the configurator, you have an option that is the competition package. So that gives you the extra horsepower, these Y-spoke 20-inch wheels. Then you have the shadow exterior package which blacks out the grille, as you can see over here, and you also get the M Sport exhaust with the competition package. So that's all included in the competition package. And the other changes that they have done is they have added two new colors. It is called a San Remo green and a skyscraper gray. So both of them are metallic finishes, but those are the two new colors. And there are other colors that BMW have discontinued, which I already talked about. There was one orange, and there are some other colors. I'll just mention it over here for you guys. Then the other thing that they have done is for the interior. Now the option they have added is you have a BMW individual option to get a smoke white or black full merino leather, and you also have a Tar 2.4 full merino leather option. So Tar 2.4 is almost like the brown that you see in this car over here. So all the 2023 model changes are out of the way. Let's talk about the price. So here in Luxury Drive, this M5 Competition is for sale at 690,000 riyals. I'll just convert the price into dollars for you guys. So just keep one thing in mind, that cars here in Saudi Arabia are much more expensive than their US and European counterparts because we have the VAT taxes and we also have the import taxes. So now that's out of the way, let's take a look at the design. And the design has not changed for the 23 model year. It is the same facelifted design that they introduced in the 2021 model year. So you have those nice slim LED headlights, and if you want to turn them on when the car is locked, all you have to do is just hold the panic button right over here for like a second or so, and you can see the headlights turn on. And these are the BMW laser lights, not the standard BMW LED headlights. So these are an optional extra. And if you want to see the indicators, they are the outer LED right over here. So as you can see, that's your indicator, and this is how the headlights look when they are turned on. Then, like I told you, since this has the competition package, you get the shadow exterior pack which blacks out this part of the grille. It is a one-piece kidney grille design which everyone prefers. They don't prefer the one that you get on the new M4 and M3 now. So you can see we have M5 Competition written over there, and this is a full one-piece kidney grille like I told you before. And I do like the internal design, like this slides over here and how they face outward. I really do like that design touch. Then down below you can see we have the radar sensor for your cruise control and safety systems. Behind that you have the cooling for your intercoolers, and over here as well you do have vents which are not fake, by the way. You do have opening for cooling the radiators. And that's it for the front design. I'll just give you a closer look at the paint. You can see the metallic flakes inside, and it does look really good, but like I told you, I do prefer the tanzanite blue metallic a lot more. Then we come up to the hood design, and you can see it is a nice muscular hood with a lot of creases in it, and that's your BMW badge. Then let's move on to the side now. And from the side you can see the BMW M5 is a bit wider than the standard 5 series because it has a wider track to make space for its suspension and the wider wheels, and you can really see how much wider the wheel arch is over here. Then as we move to the side, you can see this particular car has the Y-spoke 20-inch competition rims. This you only get it if you go for the competition package. Otherwise you have 19-inch options as well. This particular BMW is sitting on the Pirelli P0 tires, and the tire size is 275 section, the width, with a 35 series sidewall, and as you know, it's a 20-inch rim. Behind the rims you can see we have pretty huge brakes. These are the standard iron brakes with the blue M caliper. These are 6-piston calipers, and I think this is something like 400 or 390. I think these are 410 millimeter discs. I'll just mention it down here for you guys. And as an optional extra, if you want, you can get carbon ceramics as well. But I'll suggest that if you're mostly going to be driving your M5 on the street and you're rarely going to take it on the track, I suggest you go with the standard brakes that BMW will provide you with. They're just as good as the carbon ceramics, and the only reason you might need carbon ceramics is that if you're doing a lot of track days, because carbon ceramics can dissipate heat better than these iron discs over here. So those are the brakes and the wheels. Then on the side over here you can see we have a functional air vent with the M5 competition badge, and it is blacked out as well. It helps to remove the pressure from the wheel well, just to improve aerodynamic efficiency. Then here's a look at the side profile of the M5. It has a really nice athletic look to it. These are classic rear wheel drive proportions, and it does look quite good. You have muscular creases everywhere, and you have your side skirt. And then here you can see we have the M style side mirrors with the double-sided blades right over here, and you have your LED indicators here as well. It doesn't look like this particular one has the full 360 package, otherwise you would have another blind spot camera over here as well. Then the window surrounds are in black, and I think with the shadow exterior package those are blacked out. Up top on the roof you can see we have the carbon fiber roof, which comes as part of the competition package, and it does look really good in this lighting. And there's your shark fin antenna. Then moving along the side you can see we have 20-inch rims again, so no increase of the size of the rim, but the tire is wider than the front. So it is a 285 section width with the 35 series sidewall, so the sidewall remains the same, but the tire is just a bit wider. Then at the back you can see we have those huge brakes again. The rear brakes are 396 millimeter discs, and you have a single piston caliper finished in blue color as well. Then moving towards the back you can see we have the rear spoiler right on the boot lid, which looks quite good. You have your BMW badge along with your M5 competition badge. It is blacked out as well, and I do really like the tail lights of the BMW M5, especially when they facelifted it in 2021. So I'll just show you how they look. Again, you only need to hold the panic button for a second, and you can see the tail lights turn on, and this is how they look. There we go. So these are how the tail lights look. You have a softer lighting LED instead of the individual elements, and for some reason it looks pink in the video, but it is red. Then moving down you can see we have a diffuser, and you can see we have the quad exhaust, which are a signature of the M products, but this particular model has the M Sport exhaust, so it does sound a lot better. And instead of like having a surround and a smaller exhaust in them, BMW gives you actual 4 exhaust pipes at the back, which I think is a really nice detail, and I'll just show you how they sound now. So that's how the M5 competition sounds. It has a soft limiter at 5000 RPM, but when you're on the move, like driving down the road at really high speed, it does sound really good. But even as a standstill, it does sound really fruity, and I do like the sound of the M5 competition a lot more than something like the E63S or the Audi RS6. But something that tops the M5 is the Cadillac CTS-V. So these three are the competitors for the M5 competition, and the best sounding one is definitely the supercharged V8 from the GT5V, but among the European competitors like the German competitors, the M5 sounds the best to me. Now that we're done with the exterior design, let's take a look at the boot space. So to open the boot, you have your key fob right here. Just hold it and the boot electronically opens for you. Inside you can see we have a spare wheel that is kept inside, and in total you have like 530 liters of space, which is 18.7 cubic feet. But this particular one is filled with the spare wheel. As you can see, you have a nice square opening which allows you to pack in more stuff, but with the spare wheel inside, it will definitely eat some of the space over there. So to close the boot, you can just use your electronic button over there. And now let's take a look at the engine bay. So after the classic double pull for the hood latch, here's your engine bay. So this one has the standard engine cover. If you want, you can get a carbon fiber engine cover as well, and that does look quite good, but it's an optional extra. But let's talk about the specs. So you have a 4.4 liter twin turbocharged V8 which has the code name S63. This is the same engine that you get in the M550i as well, but here it has been tuned differently, and it produces 625 horsepower in this competition specification. But if you go for the standard M5, you only get 600 horsepower, and then you have 750 Newton meters of torque, which is standard across the standard M5 and the 5 competition as well. The 750 Newton meters just means 553 pound-feet, so just keep that in mind. And it is attached to an 8-speed automatic transmission which has a torque converter, and as everyone knows, this thing has the 4-wheel drive system, the X-Drive, MX Drive system from BMW. So if you want, you can switch off the front axle and send 100% of the power to the rear wheels. So it's like a drift mode, and you can drift the car if you want to. I'll tell you the weight of this car. So the unladen weight that BMW states on the website is 1970 kilos. So that's the unladen weight without any passenger and goods. So if you add a passenger, like an average weighted guy like 75 kilos, it will definitely go above 2 tons. But it is one of the lightest among its competitors, and altogether this package moves from 0 to 100 in just 3 seconds. If you have a good surface, you will get to 100 in just 3 seconds, maybe even quicker than that, because BMW likes to understate their timings and the horsepower numbers. And you have a top speed of 250 kilometers per hour or 155 miles per hour. That is a limited top speed though. If you go for the M drivers package, then the top speed is increased to 305 kilometers per hour or 190 miles per hour. But I think this car can easily go above 200 miles per hour, but BMW restricted to 190 miles per hour, just maybe for safety reasons. So that's all in the engine bay. Now let's head on in the interior and I'll show you everything around there. So let's get into the interior of the BMW M5, and you can see this one has a two-tone interior leather finish. So it's a combination of black and this brown variant or the tan leather interior. If you want, you can get a full tan leather as well without these black elements, but I do like the two-tone finish that this particular model has. Then let's start with the door trim, and as expected, BMW quality. It's really nice and soft. It's covered in full leather. You have your white or gray stitching, and here you can see the door locks, and you can see this particular model has the Harman and Kardon sound system. And then here you can see we have the carbon fiber over here along with piano black, which is really shiny and it will catch a lot of fingerprints. You can see we have the ambient lighting going around over here up top. These are your door handles, central locking, and then coming down you have your memory seating controls right here. This tan leather over here is really nice and soft. Here you have your window controls, side mirror controls, and this particular button over here, if you press that, the blinds for this rear windscreen comes up to block out the sun for the rear passengers. Then moving down, we have more leather, which is again high quality. You have your speakers, your button to open the tailgate, and a decent amount of door storage. Moving along the side, we have your illuminated M5 Competition sill plates, and these are the M Sport seats, which look really good, and the M5 logo is illuminated, which is one of my favorite features. And these seats, by the way, are controlled electronically. You have controls for basically every features for the thigh rest, headrest, and lumbar support and stuff. Then on this side, you can see we have the light controls. Those are your aluminum foot pedals, and you have your dead pedal, latch to open the hood, and that's it. So now let's take a seat inside and I'll show you around the interior. So guys, I'm in the interior of the BMW M5 Competition, and let me just show you around. It is basically the same interior that you have been getting since quite a long time. You have your iDrive 7, you have your digital instrument cluster, you also have a heads-up display, but currently since the car is not turned on, you cannot see it. Then let me just show you around the interior. So on the steering wheel, the main changes are like you have these M1 and M2 buttons, and you have this nice thick steering wheel that is a BMW signature style, and you have your M stitching right over here as well. And it feels really nice to hold this chunky steering wheel, and you will obviously feel really nice while driving the car. But for those who don't know what these M1 and M2 buttons are, so it's basically a way to get into your preferred driving mode as quickly as possible. You can have the M1 button set to something for a more relaxed drive, so you can have the suspension at a softer level, and you can have the engine in its most relaxed position as well. And then if you come across a canyon road or a nice bit of road where you can drive sportingly or spiritedly, you can have the M2 button set to its maximum attack potency that this M5 has. So as soon as you press the M2, everything goes into its most track focused setting, and that will allow you to have fun on the road. So you can pick and choose however you want to configure these two buttons. You have a lot of possibilities. Let's talk about the other things. On the steering wheel itself, you can see we have the M logo, and this particular car has all the driving suits, as you can see, with the cruise control and stuff. Then here you have your call function, voice assistant, and other functions as well. Then behind the steering wheel, you have your indicator controls and another control for your driver's display. So I'll just show it to you. To control the driver's display, you have to press this button over here, and you can see a certain limited amount of information. So currently, as you can see, it's showing me the engine temperature and the boost pressure from the turbo. I press that button and it takes me to Newton meters and horsepower or kilowatt. Then you have like the G meter. Then you have the radio controls, and this is like your driving modes and currently what mode you are in. Like you can see, it is efficient over here. Then you can press that again and you can have it blank, or you can go to this fuel economy meter and trip computer. These are your tire pressure monitoring system, and back to the engine temperature and stuff, or the oil temperature. If you want, you can display a small blacked out map in the middle as well, just to help you with the navigation. But other than that, you don't have a lot of functionality in this driver's display. But BMW have improved it in the new iDrive 8 system that you get in the latest 7 series, and the upcoming M3 Touring and stuff, and the upcoming M2 also. So the iDrive 8 has a bigger screen, and it has much better graphics and processor and all that stuff, and it obviously has better functions as well. So that's all for your driver's display. One thing I forgot to show you, the paddle shifters feel really nice as well. Then we come to the center, and that's your iDrive 7 display. It's pretty much familiar to everyone now. You have all your functionality in this, like your setup, engine data, everything else, your navigation. You can see you can display that if you want, and it is a really nice system. But the new Mercedes system is much better, and the iDrive 8 is certainly much better than that as well. So this thing is long due for an update, and most probably in 2024, when BMW releases the new 5 Series, it will be updated with the iDrive 8. And this particular one, the 2023 5 Series, is the last generation of this M5 as well. After this, the new M5 will most probably have a hybrid setup, and obviously I think it's going to lose the V8 as well. So if you're not ready for that, you have to buy the 2023 M5. Then going below, as you can see, we have more of that blacked out carbon fiber. If you don't like this black look, you can also get carbon fiber with aluminum inserts in that. So it is a bit brighter than this, but I do prefer this blacked out carbon fiber more. It has a matte finish and it feels really nice to touch. You can see the ambient lighting right across over there. You have your red start stop button, you have your hazard buttons along with your safety system controls. Those are your AC vents. Moving down, you have your radio controls. Then moving even further down, you have your climate control system, which has a touch screen as well. You have your ventilated seats, heated seats, all that stuff, and you have a lot of knobs, so that is nice as well. So these are your ventilated seats, and you have heated seats for both the passenger and driver. Then moving down, you can see this particular model has the extended package because you have more of that tan leather on the glove box. Otherwise it is black in color, so that is something you should know now. Then you have another compartment right over here. It is in carbon fiber as well, and you can see we have 2 cup holders, a USB port, and a wireless charging pad over there as well, and a 12-volt socket. Then here you can see we have the gear lever for your 8-speed automatic, and you have your traction control off button, your setup button, your M mode button, so you can shift into different modes. You have road, sport, and track, and you can see with that the driver's display also changes. So that's how to change the driving modes. And then this is your exhaust button, and then this is your parking sensors, your electronic parking brake, auto hold, and this is your iDrive controller. So if you don't want to use the touch control, you can use this iDrive controller to use the screen. Then here you can see we have the central armrest, nice and soft, and it opens in a split way. You have a USB-C port and a decent amount of storage. Then here you can see we have the glove box lined with felt so that it doesn't damage anything or scratch anything you put inside. And if you want, you can get fragrances for the M5 as well. So you have cartridges that fit inside, and then they can disperse perfume through the air conditioning system. Then up top you have your rear view mirror, which looks quite good. Here's your lighting, and there's no sunroof because this has a carbon fiber roof, so the sunroof is gone for good. Then here are your sun visors along with your vanity mirrors and a light up top. And then this is the space in the car. So since there is no sunroof, I do have quite a lot of headroom, so that is pretty nice. And overall visibility around the car is really nice. You sit low, and it does feel like it does have quite a sporty driving position, so I do like that a lot. And like I told you, the M5 has been my favorite car since quite a long time, like my favorite sports sedan for quite a long time. I just feel like taking the car out for a drive right now, but I can't because it is for sale and only customers can buy it or take it out for a drive. So that's all there is I have to say in terms of the space. And now let's take a look at the back seats and I'll show you everything over there. So guys, these are the rear seats or the rear door trim of the BMW M5 Competition. You can see we have the manual sunshades right over here for both the windows. You have your lock button, then you have the same quality leather materials as in the front. You have the black leather here, and you can see we have the blacked out carbon fiber door handles. You have your tan leather right over here, window control, Harman Kardon sound system, and a decent amount of door storage as well. On the side we have your M logo on the sill plates, and these are how the rear seats look, which are quite good. You have your isofix points right over there, and I'm not sitting inside because I don't have a lot of space, and I'm in a bit of a hurry, so that's why. But most of you already know the features of the 5 Series as well. That's your central armrest. You have cup holders here as well. You don't have any storage space, but that's the only thing you get. And then in the center you can see we have the AC vents along with the climate control system, a small storage space, a 12-volt socket, and 2 USB-Cs. And you also have some decent storage behind the seat back. So that's all there is to show in the 2023 BMW M5 Competition. So guys, that was the video on the BMW M5. Hope you enjoyed it a lot. And what do I personally think about the M5? I told you in the video that the M5 has been my favorite for quite a long time, so I'm a bit biased towards it. But the rivals of the M5 do have their own unique selling points. So like the RS6 comes as a station wagon, you have that practicality feature over there. The Mercedes has air suspension, so it might be a bit more comfortable on a daily driving basis. Then if you want a lot more power, there's the Cadillac CT5e with its supercharged V8, which produces a lot more power than the M5. So everything has its own unique thing, but I feel that the M5 is one of the best all-rounders in the sports sedan segment. And if possible, you should go ahead and pick up the 2023 BMW M5 Competition, because according to all the rumors that are happening, the next generation of the M5 will be a hybrid. So if you want the last pure combustion engine M5, it's best to go ahead and pick up the 23 model year of the BMW M5 Competition. So that's all I had to say. If you enjoyed the video guys, do leave a like and do subscribe to the channel down below, and also do turn on your bell notifications so that you will be the first ones to know when I upload new videos. And thanks for watching guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and bye bye.